The brand new free ARK DLC is just around the corner, and I have got the one-stop shop for everything that you need to know about the upcoming DLC Fjordur, and hopefully answer any of the questions that you may have. Fjordur's finally got a release date of the 12th of June 2022, and it should be coming out on all platforms on the same release. Unlike previous DLCs where PC have got it first, followed by console a couple of months later, every platform will be getting the release at the same time, which is perfect. I'm going to structure this video for you so you can look at the little timestamps down below. We're going to talk about the map itself, then the creatures coming, and then finally end it on my speculations on bosses and extras and some sort of things that could be within the game. I'm going to end off with that. My question for you today: do you think this will be the best map that we have ever seen from Studio Wildcard in ARK Survival Evolved? Let me know down below in the comment section. Let's talk about the map Fjordur. So Fjordur is a Nordic themed map, which is going to split into 4 different unique islands and in 3 mythical realms. The whole concept of Fjordur is Norse mythology, which is basically Scandinavian gods and practices such as Vikings, etc. If you've watched the TV series Vikings, then you'll probably know a lot about the Nordic mythology. We'll talk a little bit more about this as we go throughout the map. I'm pretty sure that Fjordur map will be pretty much near the same as the modded map, or at least keeping a lot of the items within the modded version of the map. If you didn't know, Fjordur was a modded map created by a fan of ARK and then got took on by Wildcore as a sponsored map, and now becoming an actual free DLC. So on the actual main map and the main area that you'll be playing, there's going to be 4 unique islands: Vardiland, Vanaland, Bobjord, and Balheimer. I probably butchered those, but those are 4 native islands on the main realm. And then on top of that, we have 3 mystical realms based on the Nordic mythology, which is Jotunheim, Vanaheim, and Asgard. But you should all know these from watching Marvel if you're quite into Marvel. And if it's anything like the modded map, which is technically a speculation, then we are looking at having a boss in each one of these realms, or a mini boss that's just like roaming around the island, or you can summon. Hopefully that is the case. On top of all this, it's going to be full of elaborate cave system with Scandinavian ruins and vast monolithic entrances, and you can see that on a few of the public screenshots that they've already gave us. I'm super looking forward. A lot of these are already in the modded version of the map, and they are beautiful. This whole map is going to be a beautiful map. We'll talk a little bit more of the map in my speculations at the end of the video, because the rest of this, there's no proof, but I'm hoping this will be the case. Now let's get on to the new creatures coming to the Fjordur map. There's 4 creatures, 3 from the community vote and 1 that has been added that was part of the map in the modded version. Fenrir wolf is coming to ARK Survival Evolved. Now this is a mythology thing as well. Fenrir is the wolf that will keep on growing and become massive and will eat the sun. Nothing will be able to stop its hunger, and it will just go through basically demising the world. Fenrir wolf will be released from its chains that Odin the Allfather tricked him into at the end of all time, which is Ragnarok. If you haven't already, I would really seriously look into Norse mythology. It's really interesting, it's super fun, and it's real close to our time. Christianity was running parallel at the time of this, and it's a really, just, you gotta look into it if you've got time. It's really fascinating. Obviously, in ARK Survival Evolved, this is not going to be as big as the world. It is not going to eat the sun. It's going to be about the size of a direwolf. And it's going to have ice abilities from what I can see, and like what the modded version is. It's just going to be a really cool, fast, strong, tame. We haven't had much information released on this yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like the modded version creature. Now on to a few creatures that we do know a little bit more about. Andrew Sarkis is going to be coming to ARK Survival Fjordur. I did make a full video on this, and you can click the card above if you want a full detailed. But quickly going over what sort of abilities this guy's going to have. The main things that we're going to see from this guy is the fact you can mount a turret at the top of it, and you're going to be able to shoot a minigun from the top of this creature, which is going to make it insanely awesome. This isn't even going to be a tech tiered item. This saddle's going to be completely OP, and this creature is going to be a very fast creature that's going to have the turret on top. It's going to be able to walk on the water and search for silica pills, and it's going to be an extremely fast mount, sort of like the Dire Bear, where it builds up speed gradually and it can cause damage when running into creatures. So the Andrew Sarkis is coming. It's going to be a really good creature. The second creature that was announced was the Modus, which is the Dracula style bat. Now this one is insane and probably going to be one of the best creatures that we got. This is a rideable tame, as in you can fly it about, unlike the other bats within ARK Survival Evolved. Again, I have a full video on this creature in the card section above and in the description if you want to watch a whole video dedicated to Des Modus. It's a really interesting creature. The main things that you're going to be able to do with this creature is scare off all creatures. You're going to have intimidating ability that's going to scare off the majority of creatures. You're going to be able to pick up a lot of smaller creatures and feed off them as this sort of like the blood wyverns. You're going to drain the blood and it's going to create blood pack from whatever it doesn't eat. So if the hunger's full, you're just going to get blood packs, which is really cool. It's also going to have an elixir that enrages creatures. This may be to make it easier to tame. And it's going to have some awesome powers to vanish into darkness so it can go invisible, sort of like the Shadow Mains. Very cool creature. You want to check out the full video up in top about this creature. Fjord Hawk is the final one that's being added. And this one is probably my favorite if I had to pick. This creature is going to be a shoulder pet, and you're going to be able to make a bond of it. So you're going to be able to increase your love of this creature, get its bond up there. It's going to, and the happier that it is with you and the more of a bond of this creature, the better the abilities are going to be. You can get it to collect small creatures or items. You're just going to point it in a direction. If you can see that, it will fly down, grab it, and bring you back to you, which is really awesome. But the main thing that makes this creature insane is that it's going to bring you back your items after you've died. So if you die, you fall to your demise and die, and your shoulder pet survive, it will collect your items as long as it has enough weight, and it's going to bring it back to you at your spawn. This is going to be super useful for collecting your items, and a really unique way to look around the fact that a lot of people use death recovery mods and all that. It's essentially a death recovery mod, but a legit way. This creature is going to be insane, and once again, click up in the card section if you want to check out the full video on this creature, because trust me, this creature is my favorite of all. Now it's time for the section of the video that we're going to be talking about my speculations on what I expect from the map. So the map is going to be beautiful. We know that. The creatures are going to be amazing. It's going to be great. What is going to be the boss? Now, I think it's going to follow the similar to the modded map where there's this room with portals and you could teleport to the different realms. So there's 3 different realms. You can teleport to these different realms using these portals and using a currency called runes, which you collect the runes from artifact caves. Essentially, you go to an artifact cave and you'll find runes within that artifact cave. It's a very unique way of a currency to transfer, and you can actually live in these mythical lands. So essentially, you're getting 4 maps in one. You got the one map with the 4 islands, and you got 3 other realms where you can go and live. It's going to be a super interesting way for PvP. You're going to have a lot of different realms. You're going to have to teleport to a realm with your items and team, and then go and attack. Going to bring a lot of interestingness to the map. I think it's a very cool concept, but in the modded version you use runes. I'm pretty sure that you're going to be using the same sort of currency in this. Fjord is coming to ARK Survival Evolved. This isn't really a speculation, but it's just a speculation how you get it. So you're going to be getting a Fjord skin, which you'll be able to attach to, I believe it's the tech sword, and then obviously you can control lightning and slam the ground and all that. It's going to be amazing. You could get this, I'm believing, if it's the same as the modded version, you're going to go to Asgard, and there's a little little cave that you have to go and beat. You're going to use a couple of artifacts, and then you get access to the weapon. I really think that's what's going to be used. It's going to be very cool. Boss-wise, I feel like bosses, we're probably going to get the bats as a boss. This is what I'm thinking. On Lost Island, we got the Dinopithecus as the main boss. I feel like they're going to do one of the new creatures as a boss. Fjord Hawk may be in there like we did with the Cinema Crops. I really think that it's going to be the main boss is going to be the big bat, or, which would be very cool, and what I would want to see is the Fenrir wolf. If you can get the Fenrir wolf in, that would be insane, and I think it would fit the map completely. But I think the wolf will be a semi-boss on one of the islands. Maybe Jotunheim will be the place where you're going to be able to get the wolf, like the modded maps. All in all, the map's going to be insane. The modded version for me runs a little rough on servers. There's a lot going on, and especially if people are occupying all realms, that's a lot of horsepower needed for these mods, for these maps. But I think it's going to be great. Anyways, I'm going to keep this pretty short because I've been away for a while. I don't want to bore you with my speculations. That is the news. June the 12th. We are 10 days away at the time of recording this. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you like one. Subscribe to become a human being for more epic videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Bye.